It's getting ugly. Folks, it's getting ugly between Benavidez Sr. and Rayo Valenzuela. If you're not super familiar with Rayo, he is the fighter who recently beat Pitbull Cruz. And Rayo Valenzuela was training at one point with Jose Benavidez Sr. He was also managed by Benavidez Sr. But in his last fight against Pitbull Cruz, he didn't train with Benavidez Sr. He was training with, I believe, his amateur coach, and then also Robert Garcia. But everything seemed to be cool. All of the parties seemed to be holding hands, where Benavidez Sr. just had Rayo Valenzuela's best interest in mind, even if he was not the person training him. Nevertheless, in the last few days, Rayo Valenzuela put out a statement that completely blindsided Benavidez Sr. In his statement, he expressed that he is no longer working or being managed with Benavidez Sr. He's not being trained by him, and he is not being managed by him. This was a complete shock to Benavidez Sr. because he didn't know that was going on. He believed he was still managing Rayo Valenzuela. So folks, dirty laundry is coming out. It's getting ugly, and we're about to get into it in this video. So sit back, relax, buckle up, pay close attention, because I will be asking you a question at the end of the video. And if boxing is what you like to follow on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I'll keep the videos coming. So since the statement by Rayo Valenzuela went out that he's no longer working with Benavidez Sr., Sr. has been on social media doing interviews and giving his point of view. And there's a few interesting things that he said that caught my eye, that caught my attention. One of them was that Rayo Valenzuela was expressing that Sr. was not there for him or giving him the time of day. And that's part of the reason he probably went to another trainer. The other thing that Benavidez put out is that when Gervonta Tank Davis and Pitbull Cruz fought, Benavidez Sr. flew Rayo Valenzuela to the fight. I believe it took place in New York, and he flew Valenzuela out so they can capitalize on the media that was going to be there, so they can do interviews, so they can get eyes on Valenzuela, so they can start getting his name out there. And Valenzuela ended up going out, partying, having a good time, and did not come back until around 5-6 a.m. and turned out that he did not want to go do interviews, decided to stay in, and Benavidez ended up going out, speaking about Valenzuela, speaking about his fighter, trying to get him some attention. So the dirty laundry there is that Valenzuela appears to be a fighter that is undisciplined. And folks, one thing I am going to say that I noticed that threw me a little bit off as a former athlete or just a boxing fan is that when I saw Rayo Valenzuela beat Pitbull Cruz, it was a good fight. Take my hat off, Rayo. Had a good game plan, tremendous fighter, and has many qualities. So I was okay with the upset. I believe that the right person won the fight. But after the fight, there's interviews, there's videos, and there was a video, I can't recall who put it up, but it was Rayo Valenzuela it looked like they were back in his hotel, in his room, and they were drinking, celebrating, and cracking open a beer, right? And look, I get it. He won the fight. He wants to have a drink. But when you are a professional athlete, where you have like cameras around you, you're gonna be in the public's eye, that might not be the best look to drink, right? At this point, there's kids, there's other people looking up to him, and look, don't want to go too hard on Rayo because I do like him as a fighter. The only thing I want to express is just to be careful a little bit more when cameras are around you. Everyone likes to have a good time, but at this point, he is a public figure. Anyhow, things appear to be getting ugly. Benavidez is not too happy. He's talking about loyalty. He's talking about he brought up Rayo like a son. He helped him get to that world championship fight. He helped him get the title and so on. Look, one thing about business is that there's loyalty and then there's business. When you have fighters who grow up they go through adversity, they grow up in urban communities, they're so used to a loyalty that does not really carry over to business. And I can do a whole nother topic on this, but in business, as Rayo is growing as a fighter, developing and getting more eyes, he's gonna get more offers, he's gonna get more attentions. People are going to attempt to snatch him from Benavidez or from anybody else, and that's business. So at this point, Rayo Valenzuela, it looks like he has moved on. It looks like he's going to be working with someone else. I'm curious to see who is his manager in his next fight. But folks, I'm going to wrap it up at that. If boxing is what you like to follow on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I'll keep the videos coming. Peace.